Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Nick Armenis, and in today's video, I'm going to cover off a really big issue with Performance Max that really faces all types of advertisers. This is going to be mainly from an e-commerce point of view, but really, this is going to cover anyone running Performance Max. So, as you all know, Pmax or Performance Max is where Google is really pushing everyone to mainly be advertising on. Like, they do encourage you to have other campaigns, but Performance Max is really what they're wanting you to focus on. Now, while most of the time, yes, they can get really, really good results, return on ad spend can be solid, you're optimizing for conversions or conversion value, and you're getting a lot of those. There is an issue. And as I said, it's particularly important for e-commerce advertisers, particularly those that get a lot of branded traffic, because we do get a lot of traffic coming to our branded terms, and these are normally really, really cheap conversions. So I'm going to teach you though and tell you what the issue is, how to overcome it, and make sure that you're getting your best bang for buck when advertising with Google. So if you don't understand this and get a hold of it, you're going to waste a big portion of your budget on conversions that should have been much cheaper than what you paid for. And what's going to happen is your cost per conversion is going to get higher and higher over time, and I'm going to teach you how to address that. Now, not many people are aware of this. I don't really see anyone on YouTube talk about it very much, if at all. And the issue is that Pmax is going to show you a really high return on ad spend. So you're going to be very cautious. You're not going to change anything because you're getting a high return on ad spend. But let's get into it. I'll cover off exactly what the issue is and how to overcome it. So where the issue lies is Pmax or Performance Max focuses on optimizing for conversion value if we're running an e-commerce store. So we will be telling it, hey, this is our purchase objective. These are the people that have purchased, find us more of these. And while on the face of it, this is a good thing because we do want more sales, right? The issue for pretty much all stores, e-commerce stores, is going to be that it's going to mainly focus on bottom of funnel or warm traffic. So when you're focusing on the bottom of funnel, your conversion rate is going to be very, very high because it's more than likely going to be branded terms, very specific terms where you're going to have a high click-through rate and a high conversion rate. So what happens here is it eats into your branded keywords, your branded traffic. It eats into your SEO, it eats into your branded search campaign. And as most of you PPC advertisers would know, we try to separate our branded traffic from our cold so that we can get a clear picture of what it costs us to convert on both of these. And we sort of manage them completely separately, and a lot of businesses like to report on that too, which is very fair. These sales should always be extremely profitable. If they're not, there's a bit of an issue going on somewhere, especially initially, and it will be with Pmax. You will see really good results out of the gate, particularly on a low budget. But what happens over time with Pmax is it starts to overbid on your branded terms. Your cost per click goes up. This is particularly if you're increasing your budget. Cost per click will go up, cost per conversion will go up, and the terms you're bidding on are really going to be mainly branded terms or bottom of funnel terms, very, very specific things. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to drive up the cost of that, and it's only going to focus there. So you're not going to be bringing in new customers into your funnel. So your branded terms are going to skyrocket. You'll be focusing only on bottom of funnel traffic, and over time, without those new customers filling it, so colder search terms, your branded traffic will start to slow down as well. And this happens really slowly, so it can be quite hard to pinpoint, but I'm seeing it more and more and more and more as we've been using Pmax for longer periods of time. Another strange thing I'm noticing is that certain locations will start to atrophy and not do as well as they used to, as the Pmax campaigns tell Google, hey, these locations are working better, and it kind of neglects those areas that used to be doing well. It's really weird that it does that. Your ROAS starts to fall over time very, very slowly, and your Google sales start to stagnate, so they start to slow down. This then rolls over into the rest of your business, particularly if you did get a lot of sales from Google, which a lot of my clients do. They get a lot of their sales from Google ads. This then impacts your entire business. And the issue is that your Google sales start slowing, everything else starts slowing down as well and becomes less effective as well. So you're probably asking, what should you do? What can you do? How do I overcome this issue and make sure I don't overpay on my own brand and that I fill my funnel with new traffic, right? So with new customers. Now, firstly, I'm gonna cover this top level in this video. In another video, I'm gonna go really into detail as to how to do it. So I'm gonna give you the top level view, and then in the next video, I'll actually go in and show you how to address this, right? So when I look at this issue, I try to approach it logically. What do I want Pmax to do now, right? I want Pmax to focus less on my brand, not forget about it entirely all the time. You might choose to. I want to focus less on my brand and to try and get some more cold traffic. I don't just want to focus on brand. So how do we do this? We've got several options here. It might seem that Pmax gives you no options, but because it simplifies things a little bit, it comes down to structure. So option one is we stop Pmax completely and we go back to a traditional standard shopping approach, right? Where we add negative keywords into our campaigns, we can adjust bids, things like that. Now, that is an option, and I have used this with some accounts. That said, standard shopping is probably likely going to disappear in the future. And now you could just run this if you wanted to. Now, Pmax does work well, so this might not be an option for everyone. I don't recommend it for everyone, but I'm just giving you the options of potentially what you can do. So you can stop Pmax entirely, right? You could reduce spend on Pmax, particularly Pmax campaigns that include your branded terms, and you're gonna see where I'm gonna go with this in a second. You could reduce spend there and raise spend in other areas so that we can bring more new customers into the business. We could add a tighter or add a target return on ad spend. If you don't have a target return on ad spend, it's getting you a 3x. Why don't you bump it up to 350% or 400% slowly over time, just to go, hey, Google, I don't want you to overbid on my brand names. Only bid, be less aggressive in the bids. And that may help, has helped sometimes. The problem is sometimes it might actually even focus more on brand because branded terms tend to get you a better return on ad spend. So that one's a little bit risky. We could add branded terms to the exclusion list, which is now a setting within Pmax. Some countries allow you to add negative keywords. In Australia, you have to talk to Google, create a negative keyword list in your Google ad account and get them to add it to certain campaigns. And your option here is to add negative keywords for your brand. So your Pmax campaigns aren't triggered by your branded terms and your branded search just covers this, or your shopping remarketing. This is an option, or you can have two Pmax or multiple Pmax, some with brand, some without brand. And why this is good is you're still utilizing the features of Pmax being seen across all those channels, but you're also, still bidding on your brand, but maybe only 20% of your budget's going there and 80% on the colder traffic to bring in new customers. Now you will juggle that and find what's right for you, right? But these are the ways you can address it. In the next video, I will show you in detail in screen share how to do it. I just wanted to bring this to your attention so that you understand what's going on. And guys, if you do want help fixing this issue, please click the link below and see if we can work together. But otherwise, stay tuned for the next video where I'll talk you through exactly how to fix this problem, okay? Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you then.